game. It's in the game. It's the Bears and the Falcons, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Full football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On 3rd down, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
And a confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Newton. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll hit Jackson complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. Fourth and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They started on the ground with Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Jackson now. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 30. Now it's Jackson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Jackson going to run again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, This is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A look there at how Davis did a week ago. 10 carries, 51 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Falcons at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They felt they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Inside give to Davis. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go again with Davis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Up the middle to Davis. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Throwing is Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try the air now with Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. That would give to the big fullback use check. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And Cook has it left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. To throw again on second down. Newton completes it to Austin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 1st down, Newton. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Crew up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one, because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down, Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Austin. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Newton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Joe Reed returning. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Jackson. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Davis fumbles it, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got Cook running his slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Newton on 1st down. And this one too low. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Only needing 2 yards on second down. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go on fourth. Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Forced out to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL.